What's up, guys? Jade back here again for another video. I'm going to be doing something I haven't done in the last, I'm going to say, almost 2.5 years. The last time I did this was like early 2020, and I have not done it since. So yeah, we're going to be going back and re-ranking all of the Teen Wolf seasons from worst to best, of course. This time it's going to be a little different, though. This video is going to be split into two parts. We're going to have a part one where I rank the individual seasons, and then we're going to have a part two where I rank the seasons as a whole. So individual seasons meaning like 3A, 3B, 5A, 5B. I think you get the point. And then part two being like season 1, season 3, season 4, season 2. You get the point with that as well. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. I recently finished rewatching the series for I think the 13th rewatch or something, which is absolutely insane. 13 times in 6 years is a lot of times to rewatch a series. But yeah, 13 times, 13th rewatch. Finished. I started it last year, and then I stopped at the end of season 2 in November, or it was like November or October, and I took a break. I didn't go back to Teen Wolf until March of this year, and then for like a whole 3-week stretch, I finished all of season 3 to all of season 6. And I finished watching Teen Wolf on either April 1st or April 2nd. So it's been about a month and a half since I last watched Teen Wolf. So Teen Wolf is still very, 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 very fresh in my head. And yeah, going to give you my ranking of each of the seasons today. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys do, make sure you guys leave a like, of course. And subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 7,000 subscribers. If we don't reach it by the time this video drops, we're probably definitely close to it. And yeah, y'all know the yearly goal is 10,000 subs. We're definitely gonna hit that goal. So, yeah, just help us get there, I guess. But yeah, let's go with part one real quick. So at number 9, we have, of course, this has not changed from 2 years ago. And mind you, all these rankings are going to be extremely different from how I ranked the seasons 2 years ago, because some seasons fell off a lot and some seasons actually went up a crap ton for me this time around rewatching the show. So expect some different placements, and don't expect this to be the same video I put out before. But at number 9, of course, is season 6B. 6B, I've talked about 6B a crap ton, literally since the very foundation of this channel, beginning back in 2017 when I put out that epic series finale rant a couple of days after the Wolves of War first premiered on MTV. I think I posted that video on September 28th, 2017. So yeah, you gotta scroll back all the way to the beginning of my channel. That was when I was like 14 years old, so that video is not really the best, but yeah, 6B, I've talked about it enough. I don't really want to talk about it anymore, especially like in a ranking setting, because I already had let you guys know all my issues with it. If you really want to know the issues I have, you can literally just watch my last re-ranking video. I go over most of them there, but it's pretty much just the same issues here. Nothing's changed with my feelings on it. In fact, I think it's actually way worse than previous rewatches. And something happened that hasn't happened to me in about 5 years. When 6B was on TV, I actually fell asleep while playing my PS4 watching one of the episodes. Now, if a TV show episode can make you almost fall asleep while playing your video game console, that's bad. Anyway, season 6B at number 9. Y'all know why it's the worst season. Let's move on. Number 8, season 5A. Y'all know I had season 1 at this spot, I think a few years ago when I last did this, but season 1 actually went up. Not by that much though, but it did go up. Season 5A actually went down quite a bit to the number 8 spot. And that's because this time rewatching season 5A, I found it to be really, really boring. I was not a fan of the story in 5A at all. Theo was a great villain, of course. The Dread Doctors were interesting, but all the stuff surrounding the Chimeras and stuff, I just found to be pretty boring. The Dread Doctor stuff kind of dragged on a little bit, if you ask me. I think they should have really kept that condensed to, like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 episodes at the most, because it's not like that mystery was super compelling to begin with anyway. And it's not like anything they were doing they couldn't really figure out without putting their heads together. So yeah, like I just find this season to be pretty boring. A lot of the first 3 episodes are really good. like all the stuff dealing with Belasco, Tracy. The first 3 episodes are good, and then you get episode 4, which is kind of mid. Episode 5, A Novel Approach, which is another banger episode. And then episodes like 6 through 9 are really boring, really slow, don't really go anywhere besides progressing Liam and Hayden's story. And then episode 10 is also kind of mid too. Like, outside of the Scott and Liam fight in the library, the episode is kind of mid for the most part, I'm not gonna lie. The opening of that episode is really good though. That was like the first major tease for the Beast, because if you guys know your Teen Wolf lore, the reason why the sign ended up crashing through into the high school at the beginning of Status Hasmachus is because the Beast threw that sign, and the sign crashed through the roof and into the high school. So the Beast was already doing stuff in season 5 part 1. So the Beast technically was already there. We just never saw it on screen until 5B. But yeah, that's 5A. Kind of a downer season, but it's saved by a season which we're gonna get to much later down in part 1, of course. Number 7 is season 1. Season 1, it improved because I forgot just how funny it was. A lot of the humor in season 1 is like when you watch the series over and over again, the jokes start to die down over time, but like it still hits the same way when you watch it the first time, which is always why I recommend, like, don't watch Teen Wolf multiple times a year, because it is gonna kill the replay value for you, and it is gonna kill like the impact of certain seasons, because when you don't watch like a season like season 1 where it's funny, the jokes still hit every time you rewatch it every year, because it's been such a long time since you heard those jokes that when you hear them again for the first time in maybe a while, they hit. So yeah, that's why I recommend always doing like a yearly rewatch of Teen Wolf rather than just watching it like multiple times a year. Like, I'm not gonna rewatch Teen Wolf until 2023, so yeah, my yearly rewatch is done. But yeah, season 1, it's the first season, kinda don't really have that much to say about it. So yeah, number 7. Number 6 is a big surprise. It's gonna shock a lot of people, because I had this season in my previous ranking 2 years ago as the second best season. That is no longer the case. Number 6 is Teen Wolf season 6 part 1. A big shock to a lot of people. Yes, this season fell off a lot for me. And that's primarily due to the fact that you could definitely feel the presence of Styles being gone. I just feel like some of the storylines weren't that compelling. I don't know what it was about it. It just didn't hit the same this time as it did when I watched it all those years ago. And it's not that great of a season. There's this is where a lot of the issues for season 6 as a whole begin. A lot of the writing plot holes. Some of the dialogue is just stupid and it's very contradictory. Like, you have an episode where they explain Garrett Douglas's Aloha-Minch, and they have an episode dedicated to that. Yet in the same episode, he's still referring to himself as a werewolf, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And this, I think, was due to the writer's room, because I'm pretty sure Jeff Davis wasn't the only one writing and coming up with all these ideas during the duration of the show. He did have a writer's room where it was everybody coming up with different ideas. And even then, Teen Wolf News did an interview with Jeff Davis 2 years ago, or I think it was last year, where Eric and Will Wallace, one of the assistant writers for Jeff on Teen Wolf, literally were the ones to come up with the idea of making Douglas a Lowen-Minch, because as a lot of the OG fans know, the original plan was to have Douglas just be a werewolf from World War II, be a Nazi. But then they decided, I guess, like in the writing process of season 6, to change his species. So yeah, that's why he still refers to himself as a werewolf, and that's why he's also a Lowen-Minch. It's kind of a mishap. They effed up, let's just say that. So yeah, 6A is kind of mid, man. I'm not gonna lie. I have mixed feelings about season 6A now, compared to when I used to watch the series a couple of years ago, or when I watched the series previously. So next is season 2. Season 2 took a few leaps up on my list. Season 2 in my opinion, I think is overall the best and most concise story and most complete Teen Wolf season with the entire package. A major improvement on season 1 in every way, shape, and form, from the effects to the writing to the story to the world building to the expansion of the lore on not just werewolves but the introduction of canimas as well. Everything about season 2 is just absolute, I want to say perfection, obviously, because it's number 5, but it's a really good season, and it's a very good entry season for anybody who wants to watch the show. Like, I would say season 1, of course, is important, but a lot of the events of season 1 don't really have a long-lasting impact, aside from, like, Scott getting the bite, and Peter getting killed, and Derek being turned into an alpha, and Kate's death. Other than that, a lot of the events in the first season don't really have that long-lasting impact that affect a bunch of things in the series, aside from those 3 things I mentioned. So you can pretty much skip season 1 and just like watch a recap video and just start with season 2, honestly. So yeah. Oh, and of course Jackson getting the bite, because that's how he became the Kanima and therefore became the big bad of season 2. So that's also important as well. But season 2 is great. Has one of my favorite episodes ever in Fury. Fury is a fantastic episode, one of the best episodes ever produced for this show. I don't see a lot of people talking about Fury, and I don't see a lot of people talk about Matt Delahaye. A lot of y'all know on this channel I'm a big fan of Matt. I think Matt is one of the most underrated villains in Teen Wolf. I think he's very underappreciated. He's never brought up in any of the big conversations about who the best Teen Wolf villain is. It's usually your Void Styles, your Gerards, your Deucalions. Sometimes people put Douglas in there. Your Theos, but no one ever talks about Matt. Matt is always forgotten. Oh, of course, your Kate Argents too, but not on this channel. We don't forget about Matt over here. Give Matt his props. He was a fantastic villain, and it was sad to see him go, to be honest. So yes, that's season 2. Number 4 was a huge surprise for me while rewatching the series, and a huge jump, because a lot of y'all know I have not liked this season for a long time until this past rewatch, and that is number 4, Teen Wolf season 4. Season 4 jumped up a bunch of spots for me as well. Season 4 is just, it's a very fun season, very fun. I don't know why I used to think this season was boring. Maybe because I wasn't really interested in the whole, I don't know, Assassin's plot line, but no, that stuff was really fun this time around, going back and rewatching the series. Just seeing all the different assassins hired by the Deadpool, of course the orphans, the mute, it's a really fun season. Probably the second funniest season. I think I've said this before. It has some of the funniest episodes, and it's definitely the second funniest season of the show. Like, I think Styles is at his most hilarious this season. There are some great moments with his character, especially in episode 7, Weaponized, when he literally almost shot in the head by one of the assassins. I think the chemist was his name, and then he got saved by Scott's dad after the chemist got shot through the head, which was still a crazy scene to watch. One of the craziest scenes in Teen Wolf, and then his blood got splattered all over Styles' face. That was insane. I would say Scott is at his most consistent for being very powerful. This is probably the season where you're going to see Scott at his strongest very consistently. Of course, Smoke and Mirrors being a prime example where he went God Ultra Instinct mode on Peter. And then we never saw him do anything like that again because, of course, you know, I got a video on this coming out this month too. Scott McCall not being weak, he's just very inconsistent. The writers write him to win whenever he wants to win, not when he's supposed to. So, yeah. And then, you know, Malia coming in and Kira coming in as mains. Great additions. Argent and Shelley, Hennig, of course. And, yeah, there were some things that were definitely missed. You could definitely feel the missing presence of Allison. Allison was you could definitely feel her presence had an impact. with her being dead, but that's not going to be the case anymore because, of course, as we all know, she will be coming back to life in Teen Wolf the movie somehow. We don't know. We'll have to wait for that movie to drop. And then Isaac, you could also feel his presence was missing too. So yeah, overall great season. Love season 4. Very funny, very entertaining, roller coaster ride from beginning to end. I was very entertained by almost damn near every episode. So yeah, I'm very surprised about season 4. At number 3, we have season 3A. This is where season 3A was last time, I think. So a lot of my sentiments are still the same. Much like season 2, just an improvement on everything all around. The special effects are even better than they were in season 2. The writing is even better than it was in season 2. A lot. This season, or this individual season, probably has the most lore building and lore exploration of werewolves throughout the entirety of the series. We learn a lot more about werewolves in season 3 part 1 than we ever have or ever got the chance to in previous seasons or seasons after. We finally learned how the eye colors work. We learned about augmented alphas. We learned about evolved werewolves. Like most of the stuff you know about werewolves come from season 3 part 1. And then the stuff with the alpha pack, iconic, of course. Very, very iconic scenes that are very memorable in the Teen Wolf community. Lydia and Styles' first kiss, of course. Scott becoming a true alpha. Deucalion's full-powered form and lunar ellipse. The Duroc, the threefold death ritual and figuring that out. The fact that the stakes were extremely high because you didn't know which of the parents were gonna die because all of them were pretty much on the chopping room floor in this season. So yeah, not much change for me. Great season of Teen Wolf. Love season 3A, of course. A lot of other people I know love season 3A too. So I think season 3A and season 2 are Kroheezy's favorite seasons. So yeah, 3A is a great season. And number 2, this season also had a jump, and that is going to be Teen Wolf season 5 part 2. Y'all know I've been defending 5B for years. A lot of people are not a fan of 5B or 5A. I'd say 5A is way worse than 5B, and the reason why season 5 doesn't end up being the worst season next to season 6 is because season 5 is saved by the absolute amazing, and I mean amazing, fantastic season 5B. This season was a roller coaster ride from beginning to end, to the point where I started it the same day and finished it the same day. And it's the only Teen Wolf season where I started it the same day and finished it the same day. That's how much I love 5B and how much I enjoyed it even more this time around. From the moment you start in the last Chimera to Scott coming back to life and, trying to rebuild his pack, to the final fight with Parrish, Liam, and Scott in the pack and its allies versus Sebastian Vallet and Apotheosis. It's just an absolute fantastic season of television. You have again some of the most iconic Teen Wolf moments of all time coming from this season. 2 of the best back-to-back two-parter episodes, because I consider Liability and Amplification to be like a 2-part episode. Some of the best back-to-back 2-part episode in the entire series. One of the best intro sequences for an episode ever. Amplification has my favorite intro sequence in the entire show, with the Beast just coming out of nowhere, landing down. You get the best look at the Beast you're ever gonna get for the entire season. And then when Scott, Sherriff, and Styles go to the hospital, you have Parrish just getting flown and flying, damn near lighting Styles on fire, and just flying back and hitting the wall in the hospital with the top floor. This absolutely wrecked and destroyed after the fight with the Beast and the Hellhound. It was just I love season 5B to death. I'll defend it to the end of time. This is one of my favorite seasons in television, and you have to experience it for yourself if you have not watched 5B. It's a roller coaster ride from beginning to end. I love this season, man. I love season 5B. Number one, season 3B. Don't really need to explain why. Everybody knows why 3B is the best season. Although I've seen a lot of people come out and speak out on 3B not being the best and 3A being better. It's all subjective. If you think 3A is better than 3B, I'm not going to hate on you, because 3A is a very good season too. And I can see why a lot of people think it's better than 3B. And I can see why a lot of people think 3B is better than 3A. So agree to disagree. And just got to respect each other's parties. Even though I do love 3A as well. I think both parts of season 3 consecutively make or combined make the best season of Teen Wolf, hands down. It's not even close. So yeah, that'll be the end of part 1. Let's move on to part 2, shall we? Welcome to part 2. We are now going to be ranking all whole seasons of Teen Wolf, starting with number 6. I'm not going to get into the issues because I just did in part 1. So if you want to hear why I have issues with each individual season and stuff like that, you can go back and watch part 1 if we just skip to part 2 to watch what I think of the seasons as a whole. But we're gonna start with number 6. Number 6 is season 6. Definitely the worst season of Teen Wolf, and it's not even close. At number 5, we have season 1. Of course, first season of Teen Wolf, a lot of problems. Show definitely improved as the series went on. At number 4, we have season 5. Season 5 would be at number 5, but it's carried tremendously by season 5B and just how absolutely outstanding season 5B is compared to 5A. It's like 2 completely different seasons, to be honest, and it feels like they don't even belong in the same season, to be honest, if you really ask me. So yeah, season 5 gets carried by season 5B, because without 5B, this would definitely be either the second worst or the worst season, tied with season 6 for sure. At number 3, we have season 2. Definitely a fantastic season, of course. Like I said, huge improvement on season 1. And yeah, just a great season of Teen Wolf overall. At number 2, a huge shock to many people, season 4. Season 4 was an absolute blast this time around. I really did enjoy season 4. Looking forward to watching it again to see if it holds up or if it'll move up or down next year when I re-rank the seasons again for my 2023 rewatch. And yeah, season 4, just fantastic season of Teen Wolf as well. And then number 1, of course, you guys all guessed, is literally the last season I haven't talked about. Season 3, of course, I literally just mentioned at the end of part 1, 3A and 3B literally combined make for the best season of Teen Wolf, and it's not even close. So yeah, that's gonna do it for part 2. So if you guys managed to stick around to the end, thank you guys for watching part 1 and part 2 of ranking all the Teen Wolf seasons from worst to best 2022 edition. Of course, I will not be rewatching the series, as mentioned numerous times before, until 2023. So yeah, but I will be watching Teen Wolf the movie the day it comes out. So yeah, very excited for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a wrap for this video. If you guys have anything you want to say about each of the seasons, you guys want to give your opinions and stuff like that, of course, leave all that in the comments down below. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video. That's greatly appreciated. It helps this video do better in the YouTube algorithm, of course, and get out to more Teen Wolf fans. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting that bell icon so that you never miss any future uploads from me, so that you get notified every time I drop a new video. Make sure you guys check if your post notifications are still on too. I've gotten some comments in the past saying that people have all their notifications turned on, like they set theirs to all, and they still won't get notified of the video. So if that doesn't happen, 1, make sure you check to see if you still have all your notifications turned on, of course, for my channel. And 2, just check the channel daily to see if I drop anything. I usually drop a bunch of videos throughout the week. I'm planning on having a bona fide certified schedule over the summer. I'll let you guys know in the community tab post when that is the case. But yeah, just check every day to see if there's new videos, to be honest, because yeah, I'm usually always dropping stuff, especially with me coming back from my hiatus now. So yeah, and that's it. I'm Jade's Corner. Make sure you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace, love, and positivity as always. And I will catch you guys in the next Teen Wolf video. Deuces.